Alright, OJs, I know it's getting a little dark here, but I wanted to show you guys what's in my Dove duffel bag, seeing how dove season is just a couple of weeks away. So let's open it up and get started. Let's see. Man, this thing's a mess. So in my Dove duffel bag, move it over here. First thing that I got is my vest, but I don't really use a vest. Back this up just a little bit here. I don't use a vest. What I use is I use a belt. So how my belt's constructed, make sure we can see here. So how my belt's constructed is I went and bought a heavy duty hunting suspenders and clipped it to a belt that had mesh. So a couple things when you're looking at doing a belt is I wanted to be able to hold 2 boxes of ammunition, as you can see here, per bag. One, I actually carry 2 boxes in the box, and I can snap this closed. And the other side, I can carry 2 boxes worth of ammunition loose. Now, you can see here. Now, I use an over-under, and by using an over-under, I don't have to go chase my shot shells. They stay in the over-under. I can pick them up, put them in. The place we hunt, and it shouldn't really matter where you hunt, but the place that you hunt, you should always pick up your empty shells. Brass doesn't go away very easily, neither does the plastic. The brass will eventually rust, but the biggest issue with them is they just stay around forever. So a couple places where we hunted, we didn't pick them up, and they're still, I mean, I was probably 12, 13 years old at the time, and they're still there. So always pick up your brass. The other thing that I did, and I got this, off of, let's see, Midway USA. Show you here. This is the bag that I then put everything in. So as I shoot my shells, I can put them in here, and then I can empty it right into the trash can whenever I'm done. I also put drinks in here, empty water bottles in here, things of that nature. The other thing that I love about this is that here I can just unvelcro, and this is where all the birds go. So the birds live in here. You can see that there's been birds in here at one time. But I can unvelcro this, put this somewhere in the back of the truck, so that way I can then access it when I get back to camp to clean the Dove, and then this whole monstrosity can then be put back, can still be put back and put away. So real quick, I'll show you what it looks like with it on. That back on there. Again, it just velcros in, and normally what I do is I unpin that. As you can see, it's just standard everyday heavy duty suspenders, and it can hold up the weight of 4 boxes of shells easily. Clip it, tighten it down, and there we go. The suspenders can help hold it up around your waist, just hold it to where it goes. Roll it nice and perfectly on you, just like so. So that's what I wear. Pop it off, and again, the suspenders, even with 4 boxes of shells in it, can hold it. So next up, in what's in the bag. So inside the bag here, and I know it's getting a little dark out here and you can hear the locust go, is to that in a minute. I usually carry, when I go out, oops, the cases are getting thrown around a little bit here. So I carry, let's see if you can see here, 4 is in my bag. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 boxes. 12 boxes is usually a case. I must have had 1 extra one. I carry 13 boxes of shells with me. Usually to get a limit of 15, it all depends on how much you practice, what you shoot, things of that nature. Usually to get a limit of 15, I probably go through 5 to 8 boxes of shells, and then you're taking shots you're not supposed to, too far, missing, quick shots, you never know where they're coming from. It just happens, and that's just the way that it works out. There's nothing wrong with it, just the way that it happens. Also in here, this is what I got from my son back when he was hunting dove with us, before he could actually carry a gun with him. We gave him this, and we gave him another vest to use. All this is here, you can see that I actually put a rubber band, so if he held it, you put it on a lanyard here. So it's just a dove call. I mean, does it work? Probably. Was it something that was probably $10 and then my son was able to use and feel like he's part of the hunt? Most definitely. When you take kids hunting, that's one of the most important things, is making sure they feel like they're part of the hunt and they're occupied. In the sides of my thing, I have our standard clip-on decoys. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 in here. And to dove hunt, I do decoys a lot like waterfowl does decoys, and it's just kind of, I don't know, I got into a decoy buying fit and ended up buying a lot. So on the other side here, I've got like 3 other bags and vests and ponchos and different odd and end things that I may need in here to be able to hunt. This here is pants and a shirt. Always wear long sleeve shirts. Always, 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 always. I'll say again, gotta wear camo and long sleeve shirts, pants, boots, the whole 9 yards. So what I use is this, let's see here, I think these are the pants. So a lot of times what I use is, this is just a mesh shirt. If it's way, way super hot, I will just put on, I mean, you can see through it, I'll just wear a mesh top like this and put my dove belt right on over it. The wind can go through it, it's not that hot, but it still hides your skin. Doves have excellent eyesight, and with the excellent eyesight comes, well, they can see you. So that's definitely something you want to avoid. That's what is in my duffel bag. So then I have a decoy bag, and let's go through that real quick. So let me move this down to the side. So I carry a bag full of decoys. These decoys all have holes in them. The stakes are in here, and let's see if I can get one of these out. They all have holes in them, And that way I can put them on the ground on a stake. Stakes are in here, I'll show you in a minute. And they look like they're feeding. To me, that's the most important and most useful, especially if you're hunting in a field with short grass. Putting these down to where they look like they're feeding on the ground. Fantastic. Double fly over, kind of just hover, and then they're dead. Let me put this back on. So this I got from Academy. It's supposed to be a Mojo, a dual Mojo holder. I filled it up with a little bit different. So as we open this up, let me make sure we can see what we're doing here. So as we open this up, what you have in the top part here, these are the Mojo flapping wings. You can see here's a little pocket where all these go. Let's see if batteries are still good here. And so they flip around like that for a little bit, and then they'll stop. They'll wait just a little bit, and they'll spin up again. And what you can see here is this white and black. It gives a little bit of a flicker. Stop here, and that flicker, white and black, around the feeding dove that's in the bag here, just strategically catches the dove's eyes from a fairly long way away and brings them in close, grabs their attention. So I'm sure we've all seen the Mojo. So the one that I have is magnetic. There is a notch on here. Let's see if you can see this. There's a notch right here, and that notch fits right on that pin, and it snaps in like so. And then by hitting the button on switch, and it just flaps like that forever. A little bit of wobble to it. And it goes on a stake. Again, all the products that you see here that I have is Mojo brand, and with that you can go through, you can check out what you have or what they've got and go with your own. They make some of these. The back opens up. There's a battery pack in the back here. So, but you can go through and see anything of the Mojo brand that would work best for you and what you do. A lot of people I know just use a Mojo. Just use a Mojo dove out in front of them about 30 feet. Still, that works fine. And then you can see inside here, make sure you can see what I've got. You can see there's the stake for the Mojo, and there's all the stakes for the dove in the back. Cool thing is once I get my vest on, or I'm sorry, my belt, I am able to, let's see, get this all backed up. I am able to take this, throw it over my shoulder. So I have the belt on. I take this piece, I put it over me, so, and then my chair goes over the other side, and then I have my gun in my hand, and I'm able to walk out to the field. Again, the duffel bag with the extra shot shells would stay in the truck, and I'm able to go out into the field and hunt. And then where the chair goes, this lays down next to me in the ground. So, a couple things, and I'll see if I can find some graphics to show or to illustrate what I'm about to tell you. But when hunting a field, you want to hunt high lines, power lines. With hunting power lines, one thing you want to make sure you don't do is shoot them off the power line. That's illegal, at least in Texas. I'm pretty sure it's illegal anywhere. The other thing is tree lines that go through fields, fence rows. Even if a fence is only, waist, chest deep or high going across, hunting those is fantastic. They'll come right out of a field next to it, go right over the top of those, and that actually does a really good job of funneling them. Put a couple decoys down, they'll slow down on top of the decoys to find out what's there, and you can have all day fun popping them there. Like I said, I'll try and look on some Google Earth places and try and see if I can't just illustrate that a little bit. One thing I know, it's a federal law, so if you're hunting in the United States here, hunting dove, you're only allowed to shoot 3 shells or have 3 shells permitted inside your gun. So with that being said, it is there's a plug that goes in pump and automatic shotguns to make sure you can only put 3 in. Again, I shoot an over-under, so that way I can only hold 2. I feel that the last and the third shot is kind of a waste anyway. When you shoot, you want to make sure that you follow that dove to the ground. I know a lot of people shoot doubles. I would try and shoot triples if you have 3 shots. Some of the biggest things when you do that, you want to make sure that you can find your birds. So if you're just starting out, my suggestion is shoot 1, go pick it up. Shoot 1, go pick it up. So on and so forth. I mean, that's just the easiest thing that I can think of. Be safe. One of the rules that we do when we hunt, and I say we, it's me and my dad, some family members, some family friends. One of the things we do is we don't pick any shots lower than the tree line. Dove will fly lower than the tree line, but as long as you don't take a shot lower than the tree line, you don't have to worry about shooting anyone else, and that's, safety is first. We're all out here hunting. We all like to go home at night when the hunt's over, not ending up in the hospital. So it's one of the rules that we do, or guidelines we do while we're hunting. And then last but not least, the dove hunting is the first season of hunting season. It's the very first thing. I know here in Texas, license starts September 1st. Opening dove season is September 1st, which is coming up. The South Texas have a delayed season to I think September 15th, I believe, or somewhere in that time frame. But sorry, those things are really loud. But the biggest thing to realize and to remember is that dove season is one of those where you can talk. There's not a whole lot of hearing going on with the dove. They can see you more than they can hear you. So yelling across the field, hunting side by side with somebody, so that way they can, so you guys can yell at each other, take shots at flocks that come over. It's really a group effort and a group sport. That's the best part. That's the part that I love. All your hunting buddies get together. First time to shoot, you do a lot of shooting. It's actually like, it gets you geared up for the winter time coming and all the rest of the hunting. A lot of people hunt dove on the same property they hunt deer from. If you're going to do something like that, as you can see, I'm actually going the second weekend, so here this year, dove season opens on a Monday, I believe. So we're actually going to go the first Saturday of dove season, which will be open for a whole week. But while we're out there, we're going to work on some of the stands and feeders and things of that nature. I'll go through and check the cameras, and if I find anything, I'll definitely post that up on one of the channels here too. But I just wanted to basically show you what it takes, what we got, what it is. To be honest with you, a hunting license, some camo clothes, and a shotgun, and you're ready to go. The decoys, the calls, the vest. I know people who just put 10, 15 shells in their pocket and they walk out there. They'll go like a 1980s fanny pack, throw a box of shells in it and walk out and go hunting. So you don't need a whole lot to do this, and it's a fun sport. I would say the most public land here in Texas is using is the public hunting land in Texas. The most of it is for dove hunting. So get out there. Great time to take your kids out. There's plenty of opportunities to shoot, and plenty of action for those kids. So doesn't matter how old they are, it's a great time to go. So with that, I think that's going to be wrapping this one up. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the outdoors. So as always, remember, it's not about setting the hook. It's not about pulling the trigger. It's all about the journey it takes to get there. So see you in the outdoors. Thanks for watching.